Recording in progress.
What's up, dude? How's your eye, man?
Oh, I feel like I've been punched in it. Hold on, I'm just going to put this in the holder. There we go. Yeah, it feels like I've been punched in. It seems like every time your eye waters, it's like, oh, no, this isn't going to hold for me. Every time I do something, it's like affects my nose. It's almost like when I got the tattoo on my face, it was like very sensitive around the eye area, makes your nose run, like the nerves all in here, but all like here feels like I've been hit. But uh,
But how? Is it LASIK surgery? What's it for? So you can see
no,
better?
they put a lens in, like a hard lens, so I wouldn't have to maybe wear glasses.
Ah,
So I had to wait for that lens to settle, and then you go like a month or two do an eye test, and then had to put a piggyback lens on top of that lens.
Jesus Christ!
So at the rate I'm going, I might have a fucking telescope
I was.
sticking out my head.
You did the same thing with the other eye too?
No, this eye is like almost perfect 2020.
Oh, all right. Gonna say you're gonna be like fucking what's his name?
Well, I
Dead.
probably use this hand jacking off, so this one I'm going blind in. That makes sense.
Exactly. Uh Jay is missing today. He's got
uh,
soccer practice with his kids. So listen to
uh,
this. I
see, kids always ruin everything. That's why you don't have them.
fucking kids. Um he yeah, he's a good dad. Like he's on top of those kids, and and you could see it.
That doesn't sound too good when you say he's on top of
You
it.
know what I mean, you wacko. Anyway,
Well,
listen
whatever.
to this. I called up Celine Performance.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're telling, yeah, saying
Yeah.
about how you can get the different packages and that.
Yeah. And they sent me basically all the information. And the girl I spoke to the girl, she said that the prices on here are if you want to build the car from scratch, right? If they take
Okay,
okay.
so you get like a V8 Mustang, and then they do all the rest to it.
Yeah, so you could either get a car from board and you do it
Mm-hmm.
from scratch and then it's a uh it's a legit saline Mustang with a serial number and so on and so
Yeah.
forth. Or you could send them a Mustang and they'll just do it. So it's really like comes out to the same fucking money to be honest with you, whether because you still
Yeah.
got to buy the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the white label saline is basically the base, but
Uh-huh.
uh it's just basically like the label it doesn't come with any performance packages, so
Yeah.
that's about 59,000 and that includes the car. So I'm assuming they get the car wholesale, they're not going to pay dealer prices,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So I mean a brand new
And they do
Mustang.
what? Supercharge and put all the saline badges on and the suspension and that, or is
Well,
that the
that's
next one?
yeah, well the next one is the next one, the yellow label is basically a white label plus the supercharger, and then
Yeah.
that's 76,300.
As a guy that's had supercharged Mustangs, you want the supercharger.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's no point. There's no
You want
question.
to hear that. You want to hear that whine. But then
Right.
again, if you're not after a saline, you could probably buy a really good supercharged Mustang already.
Oh yeah. You have to look. Well, I mean, they have the GT 500.
Oh
But
yeah, nice.
I just want something that like nobody has. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
same. Because like when I had my Mustang here when I first got it, I put a different body kit on and different
right.
air ducts into flares that actually worked for the braking and all that, whereas people had the fake ones stuck on and
Right.
had a
Right.
different
Right.
hood on it compared to the others, and had the Whipple supercharger. But my
Yeah.
first Mustang, I had the Pro Charger, the side mount one, looks like a turbo.
Hmm.
Pro Charger Stage 3, and it was really good. It had a huge whine to it. All I could hear was this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, right? And then they have the Saline Black Label, which is top of the line, track ready, all the bells and whistles, supercharger, 101,000.
Oh, you just like the one that says track ready.
Yeah, right. I mean, she gives you all the list of all the options. I don't even know what the fuck they are, to be honest with you. I mean, there's so many different options.
It'd be all like what the suspension and all that
Oh,
and everything else. And
okay. So this is what it
does it
comes.
come with the bigger intercooler and all that shit? Does it? Or
Yeah, exactly. And it gives you like, I mean, they basically. And then I was thinking like, if I'm gonna I'm gonna buy a Mustang and send it there, then I'm gonna spend that kind of money anyway, right? A brand new Mustang is like 50 grand. Even if I get one for like 30, what am I saving 20 grand? If I could, it's like seriously, like, but we'll see. I got a little bit of time, but it's like, you know what? Like I said, everybody's got a vet, and that
Oh yeah.
I had a C7 vet, and I've always loved Mustangs, but the truth is, a Mustang in the States, a Mustang GT is a young man's car. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? A Mustang and a Camaro is a young guy's car, right?
Well, you need
But
an Aston Martin like I had. There you
yeah,
go,
yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Bond.
If I
Mr.
get a
Bond.
yeah, but I love American muscle.
Yeah.
So the
But they're
Shelby,
stopping Camaros, aren't they? Aren't they
yeah, they're
stopping the
done with the
production?
Camaro. They'll bring them back though. They always do that with the Camaro. And the only car that they never stopped making Chevy was fucking Corvette. Um, and so I love American muscle, but you
You
get
can't
yourself a
beat, I
Shelby.
wish I had kept. I wish I had kept my 70 fastback like the John Wick one I had. I should have kept
Oh,
that fucker.
yeah. I had a Charger too. I love
You
that
can't
car.
beat. There's just something about the old classic cars when you start them up. Like, yes, I know the newer ones. Like you said, you get a new Mustang. It could have a baller exhaust or whatever exhaust has on it. It's like with the
Right.
extractors. Sounds mean, but it sounds like the exhaust for some reason. When you start an old classic car, it sounds like the whole car comes alive, whether it's
Yeah.
the metal body, the engine,
Yeah.
who knows, but it just
Yeah.
sounds like the whole car just sounds tough.
Absolutely. I just, I love the old school cars, except that you don't get the performance out of it. Like the
You
old
got a
school.
bit of body roll when you go around the corner.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. And
No
then
airbag.
like 250 horsepower was like a lot in the 60s.
Well, I wonder what it costs now because I did see that one company there. If you got the old body, they'll drop the old body on a new Mustang.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they pretty much could do whatever you want as long as you want to spend the money.
Oh yeah.
But the GT 500 Shelby, the Saline, those are the two that
How do
um
you get on one of those shows where they just, you have an old car and they come and do it up for you? And surprise, Dad, look what we did for you. Look what I
yeah.
did for my
Yeah.
husband.
Yeah.
Foos comes and takes your car for a week and you get it back and it's like, oh, beautiful.
Yeah, I don't have any fucking kids. They're not gonna do that for me. And I wouldn't trust my wife doing something like that. I'd be like, I'll take care of it. I'll handle it. Thanks.
My wife would do that for me, wouldn't you?
Sure. Can I have access to your
See?
bank account?
She goes, sure, can I have access to your bank account?
Yeah, she's your wife. She already does. That's it.
No, she doesn't actually, do you?
No, we don't.
I always tell her she can, but she goes, I don't need access to your bank account, so she
Yeah.
doesn't.
My wife has
But now
access.
she wants to be put on it. I'm going to put her on it because she starts to say if something happens to you and you die and I can't get into your bank account. So I think she's planning something.
That's because that's still in an email.
If
I
I end
have,
up missing in the river in the next few months,
Yeah.
just know.
My wife, we have the same bank account, but I also have a couple of sneaky bank accounts that she doesn't know about. You know what I'm saying?
Well, she does know. If you just said it here, hold on.
She doesn't watch my show.
The light's getting a bit bright on my eye.
Yeah, take your time, brother.
Start the water.
Oh shit. All right, I need everybody's advice. I am going. Oh, there you go. You're looking good. So I need comments. You got to let me know, but also I want your advice too, Lee. So I need everybody that watches their advice. I'm gonna start doing in the gym videos, right?
Oh yeah, I saw the one. I commented on the one you do in your dumbbell presses.
Yeah, that was gay day. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, gay day. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, yeah.
But I just put at first I put gay, and I thought if I just put gay, I might get in trouble. So I put gay day.
You should have put the flag. You should-
I might get flagged. I should
Yeah.
have put the rainbow flag.
And then
I'm saying-
I put the face like this with the dick with the whatever. But I want to do like half hour to an hour like tutorial and break it down and so on and so forth. I have a girl that's going to be coming to the gym with me and
Be careful. You're gonna have fucking
what?
Nick Billy. He'll be critiquing your form.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it. Yeah, I'm waiting for it. I want him to make me famous. So, but here's the thing: should I put it on my channel for free, or should I put it on a like premium YouTube subscription and charge $5 a month? So that I don't have to. If I do that, what'd you say?
I'd probably start off free. I have a subscription on my Instagram. I forget I have it.
Yeah.
I think a few people join, but it's weird because you have, say you have like I have a 700 odd thousand. Figured even if you just got half of them to pay $1 a month, where you give them exclusive training tips or questions where they can come on live and just
That's
ask you
actually a good
questions
idea.
once a month. What's a fucking $1? And you'd be surprised that people go, "Fuck that! I'm not paying $1." I'm thinking,
Oh yeah, yeah.
what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Because I was thinking, like, if I put it on that premium subscription thing, it's $5 a month. I don't have to worry about music. I don't have to worry about copyright stuff.
Okay.
I don't have to worry about cursing or anything like that. The copyright stuff is really because you got to put some music behind it. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Because I'm not making a goddamn dime on this fucking channel. Well, I'm
You're doing it for the love and the passion. I know why you're doing it because you just want to talk to me twice a week, don't you?
yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, the other channel, has a bigger following, and that makes some money. But on YouTube, this one doesn't
That's
make
what
too
you
much.
got gangsters and porno girls on there.
That's right. Yeah, that's what people like. Yeah. Speaking of which, I'm going to remind you, but you got to reach out for Frank Grillo for me.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
You're really good friends with him. Like you guys are like buddy
No,
buddy.
good friends, but we chat on here and that because he's good friends with Mike O'Hearn and that, and he was actually going to come hook up with me when I was in Venice last time when I got the Muscle Beach Award, but he had to leave to go. I think that's not when. I think that could have been when he was over in Italy filming Lamborghini. He had to leave the country, so he didn't make it down. But yeah, but he's very down to earth, like Mike O'Hearn and him. He's been on. I watched him on a podcast not long ago, Frank, because he was on there talking about how he still, like I said, does his fitness routines and he gets in really good shape for his movies and that. So
Yeah,
he's really into the fitness side of it. I think he's been drink free now for over a year, and that he stopped the drinking and stuff. And
really, because he's from the Bronx. He's Italian, and I think he grew up. I was looking at his Wikipedia. I think he grew up in Rochester, but he was born in the Bronx. And it says that his family's from Calabria. My mother's side of the family's from Calabria. I don't know, only Italian people know this shit. So you can throw that. You can tell them that.
he's from Calabria.
Yeah, close enough. Yeah, absolutely close enough. So
We just pronounce it differently. Calabria.
Yeah, he'll know what you're talking about.
From Caligula.
So how's the new house?
Good. I was just excited because I had to go. Fucking post office didn't leave my oil, my THC. I always had to go drive 20 minutes to the post office to pick it up. But I came home this back road, and down the road down there, there's like an aluminium, like a tinny boat, like maybe 9 foot long on a trailer. $500 or the nearest offer. I might go down and get it and put out in the river.
Really? Yeah. Fuck that. Absolutely, man.
Thinking it's cheap. I got to check it over. There might be a hole in it.
You'll sink.
I'll be out there.
Yeah. Well, they have those. What do they have? Pontoon boats with like little motors and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know how expensive they get. My brothers had boats, but I'm not into boats. I just never.
There's little pontoon ones you can rent places, and they have like this, like it's just like a flat pontoon,
right?
Has the roof on it and a barbecue on it, so you can just go floating and barbecue.
Yeah, barbecue and go fishing and shit. The missus could take the son, because when my brother had his boat, that's what he would do. He would take the boat out, and his wife would sunbathe, and then he would fucking fish. That was it. But then he sold it, so I don't know. But I was just never into boats, I was never into fishing. He dragged me fishing one time. I fell asleep both times on the boat.
But it's relaxing. It's just you sit there like, I'll bite.
Can't do that.
My wife's not into fishing. She just said she'll sit beside me drinking and watch.
That's it. She'll sunbathe, take the sun, drink up.
She doesn't like sunbathing.
No, really?
No.
Really?
She's a vampire.
Yeah. Most girls usually like that. They want to stay out in the sun. They want to
You
drink.
don't like the sun, do you? It's bad for your skin, she said. Skin cancer.
You know what's funny? My wife loves to. She loves to sunbathe. She'll drink. She hates to dance. Like a lot of
my wife loves to dance. Once she's got drinking her, she's the go-to dancer.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And she's like Danny Terrio from Dance Fever.
Oh yeah, I'll bet on that. She'll get the dance moves and the singing.
Yeah, my wife hates to dance, and like if we go on vacation, she has to like have a few drinks if we go like to like a place where you could dance and stuff like that. She fucking hates it. Even
my wife loves it. I'll get woken up if I go to bed and she's been drinking. I get woken up because she's even singing the fucking commercials on TV. Not like, what the fuck's that noise? She's singing some commercial. Like, what the fuck?
We definitely gotta. What'd you say?
Oh, your sexy drunk dance is good. And then I flop my dick out and you come over and slap it.
Oh, gosh.
Bow.
He does, like that. Bang.
Anyway.
And I'll touch her ass and she'll turn around and slap me in the face. I'm like, whoa. I said, hey, I said, you're pissed as a shit. I said, I'm sober. I'm not on the same level. The hitting in the face doesn't quite have the same effect when I'm not fucked up.
Yeah. No, I've been with my wife.
You've got to be on the same level when the abuse starts.
I've been with my wife for 14 years, and if I want to get a little action, I have to get through. This is what I have to get through. Can I at least take a shower? I just got home from work.
Oh, she does that. She does that. There, I said to her, honey, let's just have a quickie. Oh, I've been at work. I'm all smelly and sweaty. I said, I don't care.
Yeah, we don't.
At least let me have a shower and shave and tidy up. I said, I don't care.
And then by the time she fucking takes a shower and whatnot,
you're asleep.
I might as well just jerk off and go to sleep. It's just,
The moment's passed, hasn't it? They don't understand. It's like when you want it now, it's like, let's go now, just rip them down and go. I don't care if there's fucking maggots and pus coming out. I'm going in. Not that she's got maggots and pus hanging out, honey. I'm just saying. I know you're not dead, but if you were dead, I want you to know I'd still fuck you. Until your body bloats and then it gets a bit smelly.
We would remember that time we were talking about my mother.
Yes, your mother, how she used to do weird things to you.
Yeah, she did this one thing to me. I don't know if did I tell you when my mother tried to kill me?
No, we've had the thermometer up the bum, grabbing your balls, the enema with the water bottle.
Right, and then fighting my father's girlfriend. I told you that story.
Yeah, you tried to kill her. Yeah,
my mother, how can you say this? Intentionally, unintentionally tried to kill me when I was a kid. I was about 7.
I don't think she liked you.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not. Definitely not. No,
I think your mother think your mother thinks that you were from another relationship, so she wanted to do you in.
Yeah. So my mother, you got 7 years old. I was, let's see, it was 1983. Okay, so my mother had this big Oldsmobile. That's what or maybe I was 8 years old. Doesn't matter. Whatever. She had an Oldsmobile, right? Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. It was a 2-door, but it was bigger than any fucking car you see today.
That was big car.
So my mother was not good at like parallel parking. So back then in Brooklyn, when you had to go shopping and you didn't go to like the mall or the strip mall, you went to the avenue. You went to the street within all the stores were on the street.
Mm-hmm.
So she's trying to park, and it's on 20th Avenue. And anybody who's from Bensonhurst and Brooklyn knows exactly what I'm talking about. And she's parking outside. There used to be this like supermarket. It was called
Woolworths.
Florence. No, Florence, because they used to name everything after like Italian, cities or whatever. So it was called Florence. So she's trying to parallel park. This is the first time she has electric windows, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she's trying to parallel park, and she says to me, look outside and see if I'm on the curb, on the sidewalk. And I go to look outside, and no faster than I start looking outside, she starts raising the window up. And it's yeah, exactly. And I was like, I couldn't breathe. And so now I'm like punching the window, right? Trying to get her attention. And then she's like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was trying to kill you. I was like, holy shit. And I remember I was like crying because she tried to kill me and stuff, and I was like either 7 or 8 years old. And then your
larynx and all that's crushed.
Yeah, I swear to God. And then I remember I went home and I told my father, my brothers that mommy, tried to kill me. But I didn't say tried to kill me. Mommy choked me with the window, and they were making fun of me. They were like, well, all the kids on 20th Avenue smacking you in the head while mommy was choking you with the window.
You know what would have been the perfect ending to that would be while your head stuck in the window, she come around, pulled your pants down, and started fingering your butthole.
Gonna take your temperature and grab my balls.
You couldn't get away. You're stuck in the window.
You're like, get away from me now.
Line up, people. Line up. Groceries are free today.
I swear to God, man, I'm not getting shit. The crazy broad tried to kill me. Jesus.
I'm starting to think she didn't really like you for some reason.
She definitely did not like me at all. No, there was.
Were you the last child? Were you? Or?
I was the last one. I was the last
You
one.
were the mistake she didn't want. So she let
Exactly.
you know.
No, that's the fucking truth. That's the truth. Because there's an 11-year difference between me and my next older brother. So it was two. And
Ah,
you got to remember, I was born in 76. My mother was already 41 years old. That
figure 11 years. That's a big time. Your brother's 11 now. And she's
right,
like, fuck, he's at school. I've
right.
got my life back. I can go do things. And all of a sudden you pop out. You're like, oh, fuck. Stuck at home with this fucking cunt.
Yeah. And then I had an older
I'm
exactly.
going to abuse him. I'm
And
going
my
to
oldest
abuse
brother
him
was
every day.
oh yeah, just destroyed me. And then the oldest one was 14 years older than me, right?
Ah,
So yeah. So and you gotta think 1976 and she was already 41 years old and she got pregnant.
yeah.
And that was unheard of. That was fucking unheard of. That was
She
way
had
too
Lynn for you because you destroyed her life. She was going to destroy yours, I think.
she fucking wanted me dead.
And
That
she
was it.
succeeded. Look where you are now. Look where
Yeah.
you are now, working
Yeah.
in the sewer. Mum,
Yeah.
you did it.
Yeah.
Thanks. You fucked me up.
Shoveling shit and talking to Lee Priest that night. Look what you did.
Exactly. How lower could you go?
Yeah. That's unbelievable. I'm telling you. It was unreal, you know? And then when I was too skinny, she told me I was too skinny. When I was chubby, she told me I was too fat. It was never pleasing. It was unbelievable. Unreal.
Was she around? She wasn't around when you're doing your bodybuilding, or
She was, but
did she
she didn't
approve
really
of that, or was she like, muscles and
she in private, she didn't like it. In public, she pretended to be my number one fan. So around people, she should brag, but in private, she would tell me, "What do you want to do that for? It looks ridiculous and it's so stupid." And da, 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 da. But then when she was
then
at
she'd be very upset. She'd come up and grab and go, "Where are your balls gone, Johnny? Where is your balls gone?
yeah,
They were bigger when you were 10. What happened?"
she had the thermometer. She was just
She's doing this, your little raisins. What happened to them?
yeah. At this point, they're olives. They're like Greek olives.
Yeah. The fucking did a pit out of an olive.
She was backstage taking everybody's temperature. That's what she was doing.
That was a really good show.
But yeah, she would like after like because everybody gets a goddamn trophy at these NPC shows, right? It's ridiculous. So I would give my I would come backstage and she would grab the trophies and hold them like she was all proud. But meanwhile, she was talking shit the whole fucking time. I'm telling my brothers, what does he want to do that for? Oh, it's just fucking unbelievable. But yeah, that's my mother. And
Hey,
people,
well, at least
yeah.
it was entertaining. There's never a dull moment.
no, definitely.
You waking up every day, getting ready for school, wondering if she was going to kill you or not, eating your fucking Cocoa Pops, thinking, this tastes a bit like arsenic today, Mum. What are we doing?
yeah. Then my mother would fart. My mother would fart in the car, and she would lay those silent ones and would stink, and then she would blame it on the car. So she'd be driving me to school, and then she'd lay a fart, but I didn't hear it. It just smelled terrible. I'd be like, "Oh, mommy, what is that?" She goes, "Oh, it's the car warming up. The car's just warming up." Meanwhile, she blasted a fucking fart in the car.
Wasn't those on those vinyl seats that fucking rumbles?
Yeah.
You feel the vibration.
I'm really painting a great picture of my mother, ain't I?
Yeah, she's probably turning in the grave.
And
she's turning in the grave right now, going, "Johnny, how can you speak so bad of me?"
Yeah, she's still alive though. She's
okay. That's right. She's got the dementia, so she doesn't know. No.
Yeah, the dementia's bad. Like, dude, I go visit her.
She doesn't even know who you are anymore.
She knows. What's funny is she knows who me and my brothers are, but that's it. Do you know
what are you going to do the day you walk in and she knows your brothers, but she goes, "Who are you?"
Yeah. No,
she's really gonna stick it to you at the last minute again.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you?
Who's this jerk off? Yeah.
I'm the one you used to abuse, Mummy.
I got stuck with the only Italian mother who couldn't fucking cook.
Really?
That's
weird.
Swear to God. And here's the thing.
Every Italian mother knows how to cook. They learned from your grandmother.
Dude, it was horrible. She used to make steak. It was as black as my phone when she made it. And then one time she I'll never forget it. My brothers had gotten married and moved out. So when I was in high school, it was just me, my mother, and father at home. And she made this chicken, and I'm eating the chicken.
Chicken cacciatore.
Yeah. No, I don't remember what kind of fucking chicken it was. She made this chicken, and I just went like this. I'm like, and I pull out this foamy, on the bottom of the chicken, that the foam that it lays on when you open it up.
Oh yeah, she cooked that.
She cooked that on top of the with the chick. She never fucking took it off, and I took it off, and I was like, oh,
Oh yeah, she
what
was trying
is?
to kill you. She was trying to hope that seeped into the chicken.
And then I flipped over the chicken, and there it was, and I peeled the goddamn thing off.
Too late. The poison had already soaked into the meat.
Yeah, it was unbelievable, man. I'm telling you, I'm trying to think if there are any good things.
I gotta say, do you have a good story about your mum?
You know what was, what was good about my mother? Um, she like indirectly taught me what manipulative women were like, because she was so manipulative and like what's the word? She was like very bitter and manipulative that if I met a girl,
never rubbed off on you at all, did it?
yeah, yeah, yeah. If I met a girl and she was like that, I knew immediately. I'm like, I know what you're trying to do. I grew up with the queen of this shit.
I know what you're gonna do. When I'm sleeping, you're gonna try to put a thermometer up my ass. You're gonna try to grab my balls. I've been there. I've seen the signs,
Yeah.
and you can't.
Well, that would have been the only good part. I'd been like, yeah. Oh shit! I can't believe this. It's supposed to be a bodybuilding show. I guess nobody else is showing up.
Exactly. I was thinking those were talking. I'm thinking, am I on the right day today? This is a bodybuilding event.
Nobody else is showing up. I know Jay said he couldn't, but there's no Dorian, Bo. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. So, anyway, if we want to talk a little bit about bodybuilding,
yeah.
The Detroit Pro is coming up, and Martin and Nick.
Is that a week or two? A week or two away? Is it 2 weeks?
Oh, no. I'm sorry. The Pittsburgh. Yeah, the Detroit Pro is.
No, Detroit's before Pittsburgh.
Right. Detroit is coming up, but Pittsburgh is in like 6 weeks or 7 weeks. And in it's going to be Martin.
Is it true? There's talk that people have been saying that Derek might jump into the Pittsburgh. Is that true or not?
I don't know. Let me see.
I've seen it pop up on a few Instagrams that Derek's throwing his head in, but whether it's just talk,
Let's see. Well, I know. This is the kid. This guy.
That one there, he looks good. That Hassan.
This guy is very under. This guy is really underrated.
He looks good.
Extremely underrated. This guy is good. Yeah, he looks great. Okay, so yeah, his Nick, right? And he's doing he's 8 weeks out. Okay. From Pittsburgh. And he's starting to get lean and he's starting to get in shape and whatnot. But when you look at Martin, I don't know, man.
It's hard to tell because like the good matchup, like I said, the ones with him, like
Martin just has great flow and shape.
I feel it's going to be good to see Vito and Nick side by side. I know they've done a thing similar to that with him and Vito, but in real life, that's going to be interesting to see.
I wish I knew. I got to figure out who is going to be at the Detroit Pro because that's in 2 weeks. So
look up the list. What are you doing, mate? This is meant to be a bodybuilding show. Get with the program.
I know Detroit. I know I saw.
Get up saline Mustangs and put in Detroit Pro.
And my mother, yeah. Okay. Oh no, this is Detroit. But Pittsburgh is first or Detroit is first? Detroit. Okay, so Martin's doing Detroit. All right, cool. Because it says here March 29th.
James doing Detroit. I think Bonak's doing Detroit.
Oh, Bonak's doing Detroit. That's right.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely doing it. Do we have anybody else? Yeah, okay. So here's Bonak. Oh, Carlos Thomas Jr. is doing it.
That's right, yeah.
Bonak's looking good, not for nothing. He really is.
Is Sid going to be the master of ceremonies there, is he?
Maybe. Let's see.
Does that Sid go back to the main page? Was that Sid there?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, master of ceremonies, yeah. Fuad's doing a pretty good job, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Putting it together. Who else we got? I don't know who this is. Ron Gordon. All right, we'll figure out who
Looks
that
good.
is.
Good in that picture.
Yeah.
I've trained like probably 3 times in the last 2 weeks. So everyone looks good to me right now.
Oh yeah, and James is doing it. Hollingshead.
He's actually looking good. It's on the pictures he's put up. He's looking nice and full.
He looks.
If he can keep that fullness, and hardness, I think James is one of those guys. When he's a week or two out, just stay there and just slowly drop the water, because I've seen a lot of guys like him, they look perfect 2 weeks out, but yet for some reason that last week, oh, we've got to do something just no, you don't. Just leave it. If you look good, don't fucking touch it.
Yeah, sometimes they go a little bit too haywire with the diuretics.
Yeah,
And it just
if you're
makes
looking good,
flat.
just don't do anything.
Yeah.
Or even if you're going to carb up, if you're nice and full already, don't overcarb, because then the water will spill. So sometimes instead of having a couple of 100 or 1,000 extra grams, just add 50 extra to a meal. And when you're that lean, that makes a difference. So
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because he really came in flat at the Arnold. I'm assuming he'll probably look a lot better. Him and Carlos will probably look a lot better at this show. This guy's doing it.
Okay, yeah. Well, the thing is too, that was
This is
what's his name?
Justin
What's his
Rodriguez.
name? What's his name? Boss or Hans, or whatever. What's his name? The one James with. That's their first time working together, so he would have learned from the
Boss of Outlaw. Yeah.
That's their first time working together, so they'll be slowly figuring out what to do. So
Yeah, so it's going to be a pretty good. It's going to be a pretty good show, and I gotta say, on paper, it looks like Martin is going to win.
Samson's going to be there for a meet and greet, is he?
Yeah, a lot of these guys are going to be there. Yeah. And let's see, but Martin doesn't. Martin blocked me.
No, what'd you say?
What do you call it? I report when he got 2 years ago when he got arrested. For drugs. I reported on it, and I found the
everybody else.
And first Nick Trigilli reported on it, and then I ran home and did a video on it, and he called me a fake Nick Trigilli in the DMs and then blocked me.
No,
But
he didn't like his mugshot.
What'd you say?
Wasn't the right lighting? Wasn't the right lighting on the mugshot?
Yeah, I guess yeah. But I
You
was
just
looking
see
at
typical bodybuilder going for a mugshot and they throw up a double bicep. No, sir, just stand there.
Why do bodybuilders have to do that? Why is in every goddamn picture, no matter where they are, they got to throw up a fucking bicep pose? It's like, just take a goddamn picture.
I always laugh at the girls that pose. Whenever they get a photo with you, they've always got to turn side on and go like, do the whole. It's like, can you just stand normal and just take a photo? It's like, why you got to get into a position and flick the hair and okay, do it now. It's like, come on.
Just take the guy. It's like if you're at like a bodybuilding convention, okay, I get you throw up.
But even that's embarrassing. I don't pose. I used to. People always like, hey, Lee, can you flex your arm near mine? And then I'm like, no, I don't like doing that because I'm shy. And they give me a look like I'm being an asshole. But I really hate posing. I said, look, on stage, I don't mind posing, but in person, I just don't like flexing my arm or posing. I'll take a photo with you, no problem, and chat with you. But flexing. And then I said to one guy once, he's like, can you do a bicep shot near mine and we compare arms? I said, I don't want to embarrass you. He's like, what do you mean? How are you going to embarrass me? I'm like, do I really have to explain it to you, mate? You got a 12-inch arm.
So it says here, Martin is 20 pounds heavier than last year's New York Pro Prep. And Nick is 17 pounds heavier. I'll be honest with you. And I mean,
pound for pound.
I think Martin, because if he says here they're going to do the Pittsburgh Pro. I honestly think that he could beat Nick. I know people are going to tell me I'm crazy, but I think Martin could beat Nick.
Came close before, and I think Martin only beat Good Vito by 1 point before too, wasn't it?
Yeah, and Martin came in. What did he come in? Fourth last year? Yeah, he came in fourth or fifth. I don't remember. Shit.
At the Olympia?
The Olympia. It was Samson, Hardy, Derek, and then I think it was him. Yeah, Martin. I think it was him.
What do we know? We're not a bodybuilding channel. We don't know nothing.
Yeah, we don't know shit. So I don't know. He just looks like he's just getting better and better and better, and his shape, and he doesn't really have any weak points. Nick is a great bodybuilder, but when he stands next to guys with better shape, that's when he gets exposed. And I'm a Nick. I can't say this enough. I'm a Nick fan because I'm a fan of the freaks. I was always a fan of the freaks. It was my.
I was always like that. Like I like nice bodybuilders coming up. Like back in the day, it was the Barry DeMays, Bob Parises, or anyone. But yet, still, you can't beat a freaky physique. It might not be the prettiest to look at, but you just want to see a physique where you're like, fucking hell, that doesn't look real, like cartoony. That's what you want to see.
Right. And Nick's got that. Nick is like, what the fuck is that? Like, I used to love Marcus Rule because he was a freak. there was a bunch of them, but growing up, but I always, of course, Ronnie
Yeah,
Coleman
you
and
had the
Torian,
Victor Richards, you had
Victor Richards. Yeah.
Nimrod King, you had all those guys. Or even if you said back in the '88 when you had Phil Hill, he was
Oh,
massive legs, massive arms. Phil
yeah.
Hill, it was. Yeah, there was a lot of freaky ones out there. Like I said, Matarazzo, he wasn't, his freaky arms and calves and
His calves were insane, and he never trained calves.
his arms. His dad's calves are even bigger than his.
Get out of here, really?
Yeah.
I think after he retired from bodybuilding, he was a what do you call it, right?
I thought he went this. Did he go into like a
Yeah,
repossession type thing or something? Someone
yeah.
told me.
I think it was a bounty hunter.
Oh yeah, well, it was either that or repo too. I think I heard, and then
Oh,
yeah,
really?
then he
Yeah, something to
heart
that
issue. But
effect.
his heart issues, I know, were hereditary. His father had the same heart condition and stuff like that. So I'm sure, even if you have it hereditary, bodybuilding doesn't help it.
Yeah, no, it's just going to speed it up, right? Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I this is going to be pretty interesting. Martin is probably going to pull this off uh next week, but
That your accent when you say Martin,
yeah, that's just my fucking accent. It's horrible.
Martin. I say
Uh,
Martin,
yeah.
Martin.
Who's got a better accent? Somebody just say it in the comments, me or Lee.
G'day, mate.
Lee's definitely got a better accent. My accent's fucking
Say g'day,
horrible.
mate.
I think the only accent worse than mine is Boston.
Just say that. Say g'day, mate. How you going?
Yeah. Put some shrimp on the,
Crikey,
put some shrimp
crikey,
on
you
the
look good.
barbie for you. Now you
That
do a New
sounded
York
almost.
accent.
That sounded like fucking King Charles. Put some shrimp on the bar. Pip pip tally ho. Oh yes.
Yeah, I can't
Cup
do
of tea.
accents.
Cup of tea.
Yeah.
I can do accents. Ding dong dong ding dong.
Yeah, oh, I could do that. Yeah, absolutely. Now you could do a New York accent, but that's I think honestly,
I can do a pirate accent. Aye.
yeah. Yeah. You know what's funny? When I first moved to from New York to Jersey, they have a very similar accent, but the biggest difference is that in Jersey they pronounce the R's really well. Where
Arr.
in New York the accent is they don't pronounce the R. It says it's like you
Was it
say
on the movie Jaws where she says, "Where's the kids?" He's like, "They're in the yard." She goes, "The yard playing near the car." Well, remember when in Jaws when Roy Schreider, she goes, "Where are the kids?" He's like, "They're in the yard near the car." She's like, "No, they're in the yard near the car."
50th
Or something.
50th anniversary. It's going back in the movie
Fuck
theater.
this. 50. They're showing the age.
Yeah,
Right?
you ain't kidding. Sure, yeah, it's
I
50th
remember when
anniversary.
that come out.
Yeah, 50th anniversary. We're gonna need a bigger boat.
It was a
Yeah, well,
scary scene, that first one, which she's out there by herself and the boyfriend was too drunk to go in. Remember that scene where she's just getting pulled through the water?
yes, yeah. I bet you kids watch that now and they're like, "Pff, whatever."
But really, when you watch it, though, really for back then having a mechanical shark in the day, it still looks a lot better than some of these CGI fucking shark movies they make now. So I always figured, why can't someone come out, do a remake of Jaws, but not CGI, with the money technology they have these days, make another fucking mechanical shark so it looks more real and shit,
Because it's probably just cost effective to do CGI.
Yeah,
That one.
let's go old school.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, fuck it, get a real shark. Get a real shark.
Yeah, just pull his teeth
Fuck
out.
it.
He'll be. Yeah,
Put in falsies, little fucking, like, styrofoam.
yeah. These are things that I'm gonna ask Frank Grillo when he comes on. Gonna be like, how come the movie sucked today when back in the day they were fucking great? You know what I started watching?
Actually, I chat to a bit. I talked to Fitzy. I have to send you his thing.
Who?
There's a thing him and Frank were doing called Stunted. Fitzy, I forget his full name, but I just call him Fitzy. But on Instagram, that's Frank Grillo's stuntman. He's a funny guy. He's really funny.
Really?
I'll send you his page. You can follow him. But he'll be funny to talk to. He does all the
Absolutely.
stunts, and him and Frank have done this thing. They're trying to get it on TV or online, where they film stuff about him being his stuntman, where all of a sudden Frank will be getting the girls and this and that. Then he's like, "Come here," and he comes in. He goes, "All right, your turn." All of a sudden he gets punched or thrown through a wall. He's like, "Good job."
Really?
So it's like he's getting all the hard jobs with the Frank. It's
Yeah, you
called
got to send me
Stunted,
that.
yeah, but yeah, Fitzy.
He did
Yeah, I'll send you his
Frank.
page so you can follow him.
Yeah, definitely. Frank Grillo did a great documentary a few years back about fighting, and he went to all these different countries and all the different fighting techniques.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, yeah.
It was fucking great.
Did you ever watch that TV series Kingdom, where he's like owned the boxing gym and his son's in that?
I watched here and there. You know, I didn't like binge watch it and watch the whole thing, but I know the show and I watched it here and there. Um, I watched a few of his stuff, but my
No, but
favorite
it's
was
funny. If you ever Google like his IBM thing, it's almost like that Danny Trejo. It's like when
yeah,
you Google his movies, you're like, fuck, he was in that, he was in that, he
yeah.
was in that.
He's
Like
like in
there's
a
so
million
many
fucking
fucking
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, absolutely. But my favorite was that documentary. That documentary was fucking great. Because where
Yeah.
did he go? He went to Mexico. He went to Israel. He went to. There was
I
one.
remember, yeah. And
There
then he
was.
went. I know. I think he went to Brazil too, didn't he, for the jiu-jitsu or not? I remember he went to different countries.
He
Yeah.
went to somewhere in like Indonesia, and there was
Oh,
this
is that the kickboxing one? Was it
where you
kickboxing?
could use your head. You could use everything in your head, and then they also didn't like to wear mouthpieces.
So you lose your teeth.
Yeah, so your teeth were gone, your fucking head was all fucked up, and it
Head
was just
butted up. Headbutt. Move. Just right the
yeah.
fucking.
Actually, what's the name of it? Hold on.
That'll bring tears to your eyes. A nice headbutt across the top of your nose, huh?
Oh, dude, it was brutal. Matter of fact, one kid got beat so bad, like, and there wasn't like a hospital around because it was like a third world country, and Frank Grillo's going, this kid needs to go to the hospital. He's telling these this
Probably got a punctured lung, ruptured spleen. It's all
yeah
right.
right. Let me see, Frank Grillo
I'm
documentary.
bleeding internally.
Oh, Fight World, that's what it's called. All
That's
right,
it. Right, well, yeah.
let's see if we could pull it up because if anybody who hasn't seen it, you gotta watch it. It's fucking incredible.
hmm And like I said,
Let's
if you his Instagram page, he puts up a lot of him doing his boxing now, and
oh
he's
yeah,
pretty good. He's pretty good with his hands.
let's see.
For an actor, a lot of actors think they can fight. Frank actually goes to boxing quite a bit regularly every week.
Yeah, he's been basically a fighter since he started, since
hmm
he's a kid. Let's see. I don't know if this is no. All right, I don't know. I'm gonna have to actually. Why don't we just go to his page? Duh.
Yeah,
Frank
there it is.
Grillo.
One down. I suppose the second one down, wasn't it? No, that's not it. I don't think.
Yeah, that's him.
No, that's him. But I don't think that's his full page, is it?
Oh, really? It looks like
I
it.
thought it was the second one.
Says Frank
But that's
Grillo.
cool. No, yeah, that's it. Yeah, Frank Grillo one. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Okay.
That's it.
And
Because he's actually going to be in the new. He's in the new Superman movie
yeah,
too.
what is he playing
There he is.
in
I
Super?
think he's playing that sergeant character, the one he's in that Creature Commandos, or
Ah, see, he was on this guy's
that Rick
channel.
Flag senior. Yeah.
I
Oh, that's right too. He's going to be in. He's going to be in the next season of that one too with John Cena. That was pretty funny. That show.
which one was
There
that?
is that. There is his Lamborghini.
Who's that? Say that again.
That one there with the jacket on. That's from Lamborghini. There, that long red
Oh, I
jacket.
didn't see that.
You ever watched that movie? That's pretty good. It's about the life story of Lamborghini.
Oh, I saw the Ferrari Ford versus Ferrari, but I never
Watch
saw.
the Lamborghini one. It's pretty good. Pretty good because that's where he has the competition with the guy from Ferrari. He says he's going to go out and make his own. And I
Does
think
he?
Gabriel Burns plays the Ferrari guy. I think who he's going up against.
Yeah, because Lamborghini was a great story, right? He had he. Oh, there it is. Because he didn't like
I think did he work for Ferrari in the beginning or something. Or
From what I understand, he. I don't know the whole story, but he wanted Lambo. He didn't like the service from Ferrari. And the guy was like made his money through like tractors and
it was good a
trucks.
movie, and it is a good movie if you haven't seen it. Boss Level.
Which
I
one?
highly recommend. Go back, scroll back. With Mel Gibson plays the bad guy, Boss Level. If you want a
Oh,
good
I never saw
full
this.
action with comedy, now that's a great movie.
That's a good
It's
cast.
almost like his wife gets taken. She has some sort of develops a time machine. So Frank every day gets killed by these people, but then he wakes up, he's alive again. So each day, say like a guy comes through his front door and blasts him with a shotgun. The next day when he opens the door, he steps to the side because he's learning where these people are going to kill him. So
I
it's
gotta
almost like a Groundhog Day type thing. But if you want a good action one with lots of really good stunts and that watch that movie.
I gotta check it out because I always see it and I always pass it up.
Oh no, Mel Gibson plays a really good bad guy in it too. Good fights.
Mel Gibson's fucking great. I'm trying to find if
Yeah,
they have.
Frank at Fortune Gym there
Oh, there's
in
Boss Level.
California.
I don't know how long ago he did that that documentary. So it was probably quite some time ago. But
That's right. You always forget too. He was in like a couple of those Marvel movies, the Captain America ones.
the new Captain America is getting shitted on.
I started to watch it a bit and I turned it off.
Yeah. Yeah, that's that. On said the same thing. I don't know. I can't find it. I'll figure it out. But if you guys are into fighting, it's called Fight World. Frank Grillo stars in it. It's fantastic. Anyway, should we talk about bodybuilding again? Or?
Oh yeah, well, can we throw in here 6 sets of bicep curls,
Yeah,
6 day
I don't
reps?
know. I don't know. I don't get it.
Do you have a bodybuilding question, my love?
Yeah.
Oh, she just goes, no. So I guess no.
I don't like bodybuilding.
She goes, I don't like bodybuilding. Oh, well, does that mean you hate me? Are you saying you hate me?
Hey, you're 6 foot.
I'm super hot. Well, she's blind, my wife, but okay. Well,
Yeah. I think every girl does that where they date a guy that is, and then they tell them they don't like. They'll tell them, "Oh, I never really liked bodybuilders." You know, like when
you didn't really like bodybuilders. You just like big guys, didn't you? Like solid.
You know all of my exes, so you know.
All your exes were bald. There you go, John. You could have been an
Yeah.
ex of hers.
yeah,
Oh,
I've
they're
had-
all big. You couldn't have been an ex of hers then. They're all big.
yeah. No, I'm a puny fuck, man. Yeah.
Big. Don't care about
She likes big. She actually likes me when all my bulked up pictures. That's what she loves. Me bulked up. Off-season
Really?
daddy. She said, "Oh, she's getting a bit turned. I got to go, John."
Holy shit!
The juices are flowing. Bulked up daddy, she says. Hold on.
Wow. Well, you were like a turtle. If you were on your back, it was over. Like Because a lot of times, like I used to, like if I met a girl, she would say, "Oh, I normally don't really like bald guys," and I'd be like, "Well, what the fuck are you talking to me for?" And then I realized that's just a
You
thing.
said her, and I normally don't like cunts, but I'm willing to fuck you.
Yeah. One time, I went on a date. This was I'm 48 now. I had to be about 30, and the girl was Italian, and she was from New York, and I drive out there. She was in Long Island. I was living in Staten Island. Whatever, blah blah. So we're sitting there, and I'm 5'8", and the girl was 5'3", and that's relevant to the story. So I'm getting like bad energy. I'm trying to say, hey, why don't we get something to eat, or why don't we go to get a drink, or whatever, blah blah. And she's like, I got to get up early, and I was like, what's wrong? You don't like me? And she goes, I usually date guys taller than you. And I went, but you're 5'3". And she goes, yeah, but with heels, I'm almost as tall as you. And I was like, Jesus, is there anything else you don't like about me? And she goes, I usually date guys that are darker skinned than you. And I'm like, so what do you want? One of the New York?
Here I am, 5'8", looking like the Aryan Nation.
But I don't understand.
My wife always talks about that. She always gets mad because whenever there's girls on TV and they're like, I want a tall guy, my wife's like, what's up with these girls wanting fucking tall guys? And all this bullshit.
Yeah, they all want over 6
I like
foot.
the ones where you ever see that one day there's a guy, what's that one we watch where the girls will be like, I want a tall guy, I want this, and then the guy's like, well, here's a scale, I want you to wipe your makeup off, and they get all pissed off. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, there's a bunch of guys. There's one guy that says, I'm gonna measure your waist because you don't, she would say, do you like guys under 6 foot tall? No. She's like, well, we don't like big girls, so let me measure your waist. And she's like, no, that's terrible. My favorite is the balloon popping one. That's my favorite. Did you ever see that one?
Yeah.
Really?
No, the balloon popping.
It's some kind of podcast, right?
Rachel said she's seen it.
Oh yeah, and these girls, and they're all black. It's a black show, right? It's kind of like a modern day Good Times, only with balloons, right? And and guys walk out, and the girls do it too. But most of the time, it's girls lined up, and they have a balloon, and the guy walks out, and if you don't like the guy, you pop the balloon. And there were guys.
I might have caught the end of that. There was another one too, similar that she watches, where there's no balloon, but the guy stands there, and they're like, "Are you a 10 or 2?" Or you give him a number. He's like, "Oh no, you're just whatever." And the girl's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Look at you. you're fat. It's like the guy
Yeah.
just rips into it because she'll be like, I'm at 10. He's like, oh, no, you're not, honey. You're lucky to be a 1. And he just bags him.
Yeah. That's the whatever podcast. I know exactly what you're talking about. There's like a table of girls and they're all 10s. They're all 10. Every one of them.
I've seen that one, yeah, where they sit around the table. Yeah.
And not for nothing, but these girls go on that show. You know what the show's about, and they just take L after L. It's like if I was invited to go on a big podcast like that, I would research for like 2 weeks before I go on it so I don't look like a fool. You know?
Hey, do you know this podcast? Wait, hold on. I have to switch my phone around. I've been asked to go on a podcast next week. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what it's called. It is called. They sent me. It is Not Gonna Lie with Kylie Kelsey.
What the hell is that?
To be a big podcast.
There's a lot of them. I gotta.
Unfiltered approach to fitness and bodybuilding industry as a whole is exactly the kind of conversation our audience loves. Kylie is looking forward to having a real and engaging conversation with them. It just talks about the topics we want to discuss and that, but it's called Not Gonna Lie with Kylie Kelsey, Kyle.
Not gonna lie.
You're Not Gonna Lie podcast. So.
All right, I gotta check that one out.
Pretty big following on Instagram. I think like 800, 900,000 or more. So,
man, yeah, at least you get to go on big shows, man. Do me a favor, drag me along with you from time to time so I could fucking get some followers. Wow.
I manage it.
Oh God. And so, what do you got planned for the rest of the day, man?
We're going to go level out the caravans here. And what are we going to do? Fuck.
We're going to screw.
Are we going to screw? What do you mean where? We can screw out there in the paddock. Jesus. Guess not.
You get married and there's all these rules and shit all of a sudden.
I know. You never had them rules before you got married, did you?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
What rules do I have?
I don't know. What rules do you have? No in the bum unless you're on coke.
no anal unless I'm high. Oh yeah. Shit.
But then for me to do that, she goes, if I'm going to do that, you're going to drink tequila. And I'm like, okay, forget it.
Oh, you got? Oh, really? Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I like the what kind of tequila is it? Jesus, I can never remember the name of it.
It's all terrible. I think she's drinking it now, aren't you?
I like
yeah, it looks like apple juice, but I know it's not.
Yeah. It's like a smoked tequila. I can never.
You like this one she likes. There's an 1800 brand, the coconut one.
Yeah,
she likes.
I know what you're talking about.
And then there's the
Mezcal. Mezcal.
The Patron. Haven't heard that one.
Yeah,
Patron has a coffee liqueur one. She likes
that espresso. Oh God, that's. I don't know whether to pass out or stay up. It's like a mix of both. Yeah. No, but honestly, it's like a smoked tequila, and then if you drink it,
you've had the bottle of gin now for how long? Have you had the lemonade yet?
I know I did not. But I'm going to try it this weekend. I promise. Gotta pick up. I know. I just gotta pick because I don't really like drinking.
But if you don't want to drink it, just do what I did. Shelve it.
What?
Shelve it then. If you don't want to drink it, just shelve it. Remember the story of the vodka bottle up my bum?
Oh, yeah. Did you actually get
shelved?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I was already high. Now, when she walked in and she's just like, what are you doing? And I said, I'm shelving it. She's like, you idiot. The guy died doing that. I said, well, I can't remember everything when I'm fucked up. My brain only has so many limited things to think about when I'm
really. Apparently shoving this up my ass was number one priority. Holy shit.
Exactly. I'll worry about the consequences later.
Yeah. You know what I started watching, which is actually pretty good? I don't know why. Sometimes I go down these rabbit holes. I don't know why I do it. But I started watching reaction videos. And so like there's these young kids. They're not kids. They're like, to us, they're kids. They're like maybe in their late teens or 20s. Most of them in their 20s. And they watch movies that they've never seen before. Movies from the 80s, 90s that we grew up on. What's up?
The
And
older ones that we liked, and they're like, "Oh, this is shit."
yeah, and they've never, because you think about it, like you think about if you're 25 years old, you think movies are basically
Uh-huh.
Marvel and Disney. That's what you think. That's right.
Uh-huh.
They've never seen a good movie, and then they watch something like Pulp Fiction, and they're blown away by. They can't believe how they
Have
made a
they
movie
watched
that way.
Jaws yet?
They did. They actually did. I skipped that one, but they did have a Jaws reaction one. But I watched.
Did they?
What was fun
Was
is
it Jaws 4 with Michael Caine? With Michael Caine and the shark follows him through the Bahamas, stalking him.
there's
Remember
a
that one,
there's
Jaws
a
4?
Jaws 4. I didn't even know there was a Jaws 4. I remember there was Jaws 3D.
It
Third
wasn't
one.
too bad. There's actually got the woman that played in the two originals played Chief Brody's wife. She's back in it again. I'm pretty sure it was her in it as the mother. But what happened was one of the kids got killed because now the shark is called Jaws for the Revenge. And they've moved down
Right,
to
I
Florida
remember.
somewhere.
Yes,
And
I remember.
the shark is just coming after the family now.
Yeah, it's got an individual vendetta. Yeah,
And then
I
Michael
remember
Caine
that.
had that like seaplane and that, remember, and the fucking shark comes and
Yeah,
is after him too.
I remember that. That's right. Yeah, Jaws for the Revenge. That's right. Because I
It
remember
was a good one.
the one I remember the most was Jaws 2 because I was like a kid and we had HBO and that movie was always fucking on HBO. You
My
know,
wife says RoboCop and Universal Soldier are her favorite.
Universal Soldier and RoboCop are her favorite movies.
Well, she
Universal.
liked Universal Soldier because she liked Meat Man, she called him. Remember Ralph Moller, the bodybuilder who was in Universal Soldier when he ate the meat, raw meat and that?
Yeah.
So last time I was in California, I got Ralph to do a video for her and she almost creamed the pants.
You know what my wife's favorite movie is?
What?
The Sound of Music.
Sound of Music?
Yeah.
Oh
I just said that, Sound of
Yeah.
Music.
That's it. That's
Well,
her
can I
favorite
tell
movie.
you a secret here? I'll tell the world. I'll tell the world. My wife thinks it's weird, but you can tell your wife this, that I've watched The Sound of Music 22 times.
You
I
have?
can recite every song, every word.
Really?
My wife's saying she loves musicals. I've seen Phantom of the Opera 8 times live, and I saw Love Never Dies 4 times. That's part 2 to Phantom of the Opera.
Really? Well, I could see that.
Yeah.
Sound of Music.
High on a hill, store lonely, go to lady or lady or the lady. Hee hee.
Yeah, exactly.
Climb every mountain.
You're giving me.
Go a deer, a female,
I fucking hate that movie.
Edelweiss. You've never seen it? Oh, I can watch it for the 23rd time then.
Oh, don't
You
put her
should watch
through
it because
that.
you.
Don't put her through that.
What do you mean don't put her through that? Come on.
I
Let's
sat
all
through
have
it
a
with my-
viewing party.
I
Me and
sat through it with
Rachel,
my
you
wife.
and your wife, you and your wife, me and Rachel will go live and we'll watch Sound of Music at like a viewing party on camera.
Yeah, yeah. I'm afraid to have you around my wife because if you tell her that you watch The Sound of Music, she might she might end up with something up her ass. I don't know. I'm afraid.
The gin bottle.
Yeah, gin bottle. Yeah. No, she that's her
I'll
favorite
have to
movie.
be
She
careful
loves
then
it.
because you're bored. I'll be like, honey, where you going with that ball guy? He's not that big. Bring him back. Bring
Yeah.
him back.
Yeah, yeah. Where you going with that sissy Mary?
She's like, I'm drunk on tequila. He looks big.
Yeah. Screw you guys, man. You saw me on the
Don't do it. Don't do it. You
you
regret
saw
it
me on that
tomorrow when
you saw me on Instagram today. I look buff and diesel and jacked.
with your hood on. You had your little hoodie on just right and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Yeah. When I go into the gym, I'm pretty serious. Unless a girl with giant tits wants to talk to me.
Yeah, I can see it.
And I'm like, whoa. And the hood comes down and I'm all smiles.
They're like, oh, John's here. Everyone get out the way.
Yeah,
Mr.
no,
Serious is here.
that doesn't work. No, that doesn't. In my head, it does. In my head, but that's all. Especially when Akeem Williams is around, because I go to the same gym as him. It's like, oh, okay, we're
You got to pick it. Oh, is Akeem in right now? Okay, I'm coming in.
oh, yeah, he left. Good. All right, it's my turn. Good. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, he's another guy that he's massive, just a massive human being, dude. It's fucking insane. Anyway.
That real thick, dense muscle.
It's retarded. Like when you see them in person, when you see these guys in person, it's night and day. It's just unfucking believable. It's just massive. Even when you see Sean Clarita in person, he always wears big baggy clothes. He used to live over here. Now he lives in Texas, but he used to wear big baggy clothes. But even seeing him in person, he's only 5'2" or 5'3", and he wears big. You could still see it. Like he looked like like he looked like a fucking like a bulldog with
No,
a
I remember the
sweatshirt.
days when I looked like that. I remember the days 20 years ago.
Yeah, when you were all jacked up. I know.
Yeah.
Do you use any kind of TRT or anything like that or no?
I haven't been on anything for a couple of months now. I was just thinking the other day, I need to maybe get on some SUS 250, just 1 mil a week or something. Before I was doing SUS 250 once every like 8 to 10 days, if I remembered.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like some days I just don't feel like taking it. Even though I use a small needle, it's like I don't feel like doing it. It's
Yeah.
like, nah.
Yeah, you're the
Now, when you're
bodybuilder.
young, it's like, yeah, when you're young, I want to get big. I'm going to take it, take the
Yeah.
Anadrol, get a big pump. Now you're like, eh,
The,
nah.
the feeling when you're young and you meet the guy in the alley and you get all your stuff and you're like, oh shit, I got my shit, you know?
But the feeling when you were young and you went to train chest and you do chest and all you got was this massive pump and burn. Now I do chest, I'm like, fuck my elbow, my fucking
Yeah,
shoulder, my fuck.
yeah,
It's
it's
like,
true.
what the fuck am I training? Everything
Yeah,
apart from my chest is hurting.
yeah, yeah. No, and I'll be honest with you, that's why I throw a little bit of Deca in because it really fucking helps my elbows and my shoulder. Because if I don't put some Deca in it, really fucking
I get the dumbbells here, even just like the 60, 70 pounders. And when I throw it back, I'm like, oh, my
oh.
back.
Or
It's like,
when I do dips and I'm going all the way down in my shoulder, I'm like, oh
what are you
fuck.
doing? You're watching telly, you stand on a foot from a big screen TV, you're blind. Oh, you don't want to turn up so you're standing close to listen to it. I thought you were watching porn, like 3D or something.
Mm.
She's like this, looking at
Yeah.
the TV. What are you watching? You stand there with tequila in your hand like this, looking at the TV. I can't see what's on it, but there's something on it. It's a thriller, I'm sure it is.
We have to obviously nobody could go to Vegas, but we really have to put something together where we all get
Actually, if I wasn't going, like I said, if I wasn't going over to, like I said, Italy in May
Amsterdam.
and then Europe in July, we would have come. Because even my
Oh,
wife was interested in that because she likes just drinking and sitting outside doing nothing.
yeah. No,
She goes, yeah.
but we
See
gotta
her reaction there? She went, yeah.
yeah, we gotta put it together. Because it would be fun if we all got together. Because I'd get really wasted. We get all fucked up. It'll be fun.
You and
Exactly.
his missus can watch fucking Sound of Music and we'll go get fucked up and watch Universal Soldier.
Well,
Yeah.
she goes, me and your missus can watch Sound the Music fucked up and you and her can go get fucked up and watch Universal Soldier.
She forced me to watch it once, and I was like, "Oh, fuck!"
Yeah, you like admit it though, you liked it. When she made them close out of the curtains, you liked it.
I know. I actually only saw half of it because it came on. I said that I watched the second half. You know,
And then
when
the
they
Germans were coming to get him because they wanted him to go in the military and they had to go walk
right.
over. That's actually based on a true story, John. It's fucking history, the Von Trapp family.
What about what the Germans? What they ever
No,
do?
the Sound of Music, the Von Trapp family, and that's actually a true story.
I don't know. This
I
whole
just other dude said his wife fucks, so
Oh, she's just told me the movie she's watching, this guy goes around killing all the other dudes that his wife fucked.
holy shit! Wow.
Holy shit, I'll be killing for a while.
So fucked up.
oh well they're married, not before. Jesus.
They're married, not before.
Yes, before
Oh
doesn't count.
shit.
Before doesn't count, no. I count on one hand.
Oh shit. All right. I'm gonna let you guys go. Lee,
Okay.
thank you
If
very
you hear
much.
of a body being found floating in the river, I just want people to know now I am not suicidal.
No.
Like
Yeah.
Epstein, I am not suicidal.
If you wind up self-deleted, it wasn't you. All right,
Stuck in
brother.
the.
I'll hit you up during the weekend.
Okay, doke.
All right, later, man.
Talk to you later. Bye.